Hi, everybody. Okay, I've had a couple people ask me, what fragrances do I wear? So, you want to know what I smell like? I smell good. So, I'm going to share them with you, darling. So, listen up, because I only have three. I only wear three fragrances. One is my signature scent. When I worked in fragrances for about probably 3 or 4 years. And this is going back years ago. And I loved fragrances. I loved wearing so many different types. But I started, and this is going to be more information than you need, darling, but I'm going to share because you are my peeps. Um, I started having really bad nosebleeds while I was working in fragrances. And, my nose would start dripping like it does now. I've been walking around with this drippy nose for probably 22, 23 years. I love it. It's my good friend. I could not live without it. So anyway, I went to the doctor and I said, my nose is bleeding all the time, and I'm not a recreational drug person, anything. And they actually asked me all that stuff, and I was like, no, I don't do any of that crap. Anyway, the fragrances were. I was around so many of them, and they were destroying the membranes in my nose, and I had to have my nose cauterized so it would stop bleeding. So eventually I got out of fragrances because it would just keep repeating itself, and to have your nose cauterized all the time was not fun. It was not fun. So anyway, I thought I would just share with you today, and I only have a couple. I only have three that I wear. There are so many that I love, and there are so many that smell so beautiful on many people. But with all fragrances, and I'm sure that all of you know this, fragrances is a very tricky thing because our bodies all secrete different oils. Our chemistry, pH chemistry, and all that is totally different for each and every one of us. So you may smell something on, grandma that smells really fantastic, and you try to wear it, and it smells like sewer water on you. That is because of your own chemistry. So it's very important that we all find a fragrance that works for us. So I'm going to start with my everyday fragrance that I wear, and I've been wearing it since the day it came out. I was given the very first bottle in my area by the rep of the company, and the day I started wearing it, I started getting compliments, and I've never stopped wearing it since. Now this is really funny because my one sister can wear it, but my other sister can't wear it. I have a couple of friends that wear it, and I can't believe it's the same fragrance when they say, "Oh, it's Spud Baby." I can't believe it. It really, sewer water comes to mind. Anyway, okay. It is Burberry, as I mentioned, and it runs about $78. Now, I do wear the eau de parfum in it. I like an eau de parfum because you get more of the essential oil that goes in to make up your fragrance. When you buy an eau de toilette, which there is nothing wrong with it, you get more alcohol in it, so that its dry down is going to be a little bit different than an eau de parfum. Okay? So I wrote down everything. I only have three fragrances, but I needed to write things down because I am a menopausal woman, and I do forget things, and I didn't want to forget anything for you people. So I think it runs about $78. And okay, and this is the 3.4 ounce eau de parfum, and it's considered a classic fragrance. It has a very fresh, clean, yet sensual smell to it for its final dry down. And it consists of black currants, green apples, peaches. Those are the fruity notes to it. The floral notes are jasmine, and then they top it off with sandalwood, cedar, and vanilla, so that you get a well-rounded, some fragrances will have more floral notes to it, and its dry down is more of a sweet floral or a sweet fruity. This one takes on a very clean, sensual, almost not a woodsy, because woodsy would take it more to an exotic fragrance. So it's a well-balanced fragrance that actually smells. My husband loves this on me. I get stopped when I'm walking out of the grocery store, Target, by men and women asking me what fragrance I'm wearing. I buy it by I always have a couple of bottles back up because I'm so afraid that they're going to discontinue it, because you know how the companies do that to us. Why do they do that? Why do they cancel fragrances on us? I don't know, but I do not like. Okay, but I will also share this with you. I know there are a lot of stores that carry fragrances at a lesser cost. Some of them are fragrance stores that you see in outlet malls. I bought two bottles from Saks. They were $75, which was like $3 off the normal price, but I had a 25% off coupon. So I thought, well, I'm going to buy me 2 backup bottles. Well, I opened the first one. This was a while ago that I did it. I opened the first one. It was rancid. The second bottle was rancid. I will never, ever buy my perfumes from a outlet store or one of those perfume mania stores that you see in malls. Never, because I'm sorry, I've never had good luck with them. So I only buy mine. Now I have bought I bought a bottle from Kohl's and it was fine. I've never purchased anything from a drugstore as far as fragrances. I've never even seen this one here. I did purchase a bottle of it from a TJ Maxx or a Marshall's, and it was bad. So I will not do that, okay? So this is my everyday fragrance. Now let's talk about, now I'm sure most of you know this, but let's talk about it. Because we have all been sitting in church or outside, wherever you choose to worship, where that woman in front of you is gagging you because she has too much fragrance on, and usually it's Youth Dew. Now, Youth Dew can be a very pretty fragrance, but it's not pretty if you have bathed yourself in it, because it's a very intoxicating fragrance. It's a little on the stronger side. Even L'air du Temps, which is a very light fragrance, if you're putting way too much of it on, you're gagging somebody. And I believe that when a woman wears her fragrances, and you can layer your fragrances with body lotion, shower gels, and then you have to use very little of the fragrance, but it can be expensive to do it that way. So I try to always use a soap in the shower that doesn't really leave any fragrance on me so that it doesn't interfere with my actual fragrance that I love so much. But we all know we have been places where a man, because a man will knock you off your feet too. He'll gag you to no tomorrow because he's got too much cologne on too. We all know that feeling. So when you are, this is the way they will, if you go to major perfume companies, if you're under training, they will show you how you are to wear fragrance. You are supposed to spray your fragrance and walk through it. That is the proper way. Now, I don't really do that. I'll just spray once. And now Burberry, I can spray head to toe, doesn't bother my allergies or my asthma. And that's why I only have 3 fragrances, because they do bother. Okay, so when you spray on your arm like this, especially with an eau de parfum or a perfume, you spray, that's it. Don't touch it, because it's got to go through its 3 drying stages, which is the first, the second, and finally to its 3rd stage, which is the final dry down. When you go like this, and I know it's hard not to, and we've all done it. Don't say you haven't done it, because I see you out there. And I know you're saying, this is baloney. She's just giving us a crock now. This isn't true. But it is, darling. It's true. I'm telling you. Okay, just 1 spritz. Don't stir around on the arms, okay, because you disturb the dry down. Perfume, it was created that way for a reason, and you really do get a beautiful dry down when you just let it simply be. Okay, so when you're wearing your fragrance, remember, that's why when you go to a doctor's office now, they have notes up, no perfume, because some women really do. They just bathe themselves in it. It's not meant to create a new, it's just it should enhance the whole beauty of the woman. Like your makeup, it shouldn't create a new face. It should enhance the beauty of the woman, okay? So that is my most favorite fragrance I wear on a daily basis. Who knew I could make this video into a 15-minute perfume video for 3 videos? For 3 perfumes. Okay, the next one is another one that I will wear during the day. However, this one here, I cannot spray on my neck. I can only spray on my waist or my legs. If I spray it on the neck, I am faucet nose Tammy. I'm not just stripper nose, I'm faucet nose Tammy. So I have to spray this one waist below, okay? This is by Bulgari, the same people as my sunglasses. This one here is an eau de toilette, though, because they didn't have the eau de parfum. I believe it runs about $68. The eau de parfum, of course, is more expensive because you get more of the fragrance, more of the essential oils going into the fragrance. So this one here is Omnia's Crystalline. It's a very fresh, feminine fragrance, and they say it's very feminine and airy and very radiant smell. Okay, so it's light and airy. Okay, it has bamboo. Who knew what bamboo smelled like? I don't. Bamboo, nashi, lotus flower, and balsa wood. So again, you have a floral with a little bit of woods notes to balance out the floral so that it's not so flowery. Flowery. Okay, I don't know. Okay, so that's Bulgari's Crystalline. Exceptional fragrance. However, my most favorite Bulgari fragrance, and I know they have several, but Omnia is the brown tube, and this is the Eau de Parfum. Again, I think this runs around $78. This fragrance is exquisite. It is considered a modern oriental. It is very sexy, warm. I think it's just delicious, and you'll know why in a few minutes. The notes in this are mandarin, saffron, marsala tea, and white chocolate. This fragrance is stunning. However, another one that I can, and maybe this is a tip out there for you people that thought you could never wear fragrance because you have allergies or you have asthma. Try spraying them just on the lower half of your body so that they don't affect you on the top part. I cannot spray this one anywhere near my top of my body. However, sometimes I will just lean back and spray so that it hits my lower back because people can smell it, but then it's not affecting me as much. So, but that is it for my fragrances, folks. Pretty boring because, like I said, I used to wear, and some of them that are out now are just so beautiful. Some of them aren't. Some of them are just too sweet and too yummy. You know, I don't like those kind of fragrances. But I wish I could wear more, but it's just not worth it for me. It ends up being a waste of money because they affect me in negative ways, so I don't bother. But, you know, there are just so many fabulous fragrance out there, and there are some older fragrances that I think get passed over now because, like Chanel No. 5 is a lot of people's signature fragrance, and it's stunning, but it doesn't smell good on me. It's like Coco from Chanel. That fragrance smells terrible on some people, but then on other people it just smells fabulous. So really, spray a fragrance on yourself. Really let it dry down for a good half hour before you decide to buy that fragrance. You know, walk around and then smell it and go back, and you'll know if you really love it then. Okay? So, nothing too interesting, honey, but that's it for my fragrances. But Burberry is beautiful. Omnia, oof. So sexy, darling. It's so good. So, I have told you now how I smell. How do you smell? Have a good day, folks. Thanks for stopping by, and don't forget to subscribe because there will be secret contests, but you must comment also. And by subscribing, it's the #1 anti-ager I've heard. It was in a magazine. I read that. Have a great one. Thanks. Bye-bye.